Alright, we are live. Day 2 of Crash Twinsanity. I've managed to buff my life count up to 11.
Victor and Moritz's stronghold of evil. This is where we wrong the rights and sweep the past under the rug.
So they've gone in without us. Let's do it. Antagony time. I had to backtrack for Bandicoot Pursuit. And a jump speed of activated machinery. We've already done that with the gems and stuff. Ouch. Let me just bring up the guide real quick. Yeah, the final level, Antagony. Alright, I was gonna look up the... Alright, first gem obtained. Invincibility is not really going to be useful here because of the fact the ability nerfed. Well, they give you a lot of extra lives at this level. wait. There's another extra life. I'm gonna be probably not gonna be swimming in extra life by the end of this level. But I feel like I didn't need to stockpile a bit. Got ourselves a red gem. I forgot the order. Red, green, blue, yellow. Red, green, blue, yellow. Red, green, blue, yellow. Red, green. Red, green, blue, yellow. That's the blue gem obtained. Next up is... There we go. Deal with them. Look around a bit. Nope, there's nothing. Back up to 16. Take my time a bit. Whole bunch of lasers. There we go. Wait. Yellow. Alright. Let's double. Oh, not entirely. I couldn't exactly hit them, so yeah. Wait for that to blow up. What a tight jump. I don't know how I managed to clutch that, but I did. So, at least it's that. Oh, okay, I see what I do here. Not screw that up. Mistimed that again. There's an extra life up there. Oh. Wait. Simple strategy to get across this gap. Just focus. Always go back to the middle platform. Just wait for everything to go by. Like this. Might quickly just go grab all these winter fruit. I'm backtracking a bit, but... purely just backtracking just so I can get myself some extra before that's it. Like that. Not really that useful, but who knows? An extra life might be worth it. Oh. Okay, how do I do this? Roll it along. Wait. Did not mean to do that. I don't know how you're supposed to do this. Ow. Took a bit. We are 4 out of 6. So I don't got to worry about getting any more of these gems in this section. like how when they just fall to their death. That should be it, right? Oh no, one more. Oh, they just keep coming. Okay. You almost got me there. Congratulations. Red, green, blue, yellow, red.
What have we got?
Red, green, blue, yellow. Okay. Press the button. It's clear, Jam. Wait for the camera to readjust. Interesting gimmick. Platforms with moving lasers and stuff. Ow. I touched the laser.
What have we got?
Press again. Stand on the platform. Go. We'll wait and see how this goes. So it stops just before. And I got blown up.
What have we got?
Neat. Red. Get out of here. Nice. Should be coming near the end of the level. Color changing platforms. Okay, we got a similar thing to before. Alright. Yellow. Red. Green. Blue. Yellow. That makes me forget the lives I've lost. I see the last gem in the distance. Metal crates, and cook some metal crates. Alright, last gem. Let's go. We have all the gems. Double check. Yep. We're ready for the end game now. Red, green, blue, yellow. Red, green, blue. Wait. Red, green, blue, yellow. Red, green, blue, yellow. Red, green, blue. Wait. Green, blue, yellow. Red, 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 green. For 14 lives. Got a crystal. And now we got a whole bunch of these ball rolling puzzles. I feel like beating the game is gonna be its own, like, massive reward. Start off by hitting all of these into the nitro crates. Oh, I could have used the detonation sphere to do it. That's the first one. Wait. Wait. Double jump. And there's the second. let's move on. I think there might be another one of these ball puzzles. Oh, no, never
I
mind.
almost forgot. The treasure. Our treasure.
Yes, we are rich!
That treasure is stolen property.
It's a little late to develop a conscience, Doctor.
Personally, I don't care. But I think he might want his
Oh, hey,
gems
it's
back.
Spyro! I like how Spyro just kind of shows up here for no reason. Good old Simon the Door. Checkpoint. I like how we got a checkpoint here, as if I'm gonna die here. Because all we gotta do is a whole bunch of just slide jumping, because it's a hallway. It's a long series of hallways. And the world crate is right here. And we're at the final boss. 93% completion. Let's finish this.
Well, well, well. Apparently, you two little rascals have been very busy since the last we saw each other.
Busy finding a way to meet you again! Your failed experiment sent 2 innocent parrots to the 10th dimension! The severe reversal radioactive conditions here sharpened our skills and warped our fragile eggshell minds. Ingredients are a classic recipe in the evil villain cookbook. You see, Pops, when it comes to evil scientific prowess, we learned from the best.
True. Now, playtime is over! Victor, Moritz, back in your cage, you naughty boys!
Nice callback.
What am I doing? Curse my regimented upbringing. That's it, Cortex. You want to make up for lost time and play with your pets? So be it.
Final battle time. And, hey, it's the second time we get to play as Nina. This was my hard wall when I was a kid. But thankfully, when I've gotten older, I actually know what I'm doing. There's just a glowing particle effect there for some reason. The strategy is to hold... The strategy is to just run around in circles and hope for the best. At least you get to listen to this banger. But yeah, this is the only other time he gets to play as Nina. So make the most. I had problems with, like, getting the, grapple hook to work. When I was younger, I mean. So now we gotta play as Cortex. And I'm dead.
What have I got?
Thankfully, I can just skip the cutscene.
What have I got?
Let's do it. So you gotta destroy the power sources with the Nina. If you miss, just run away. Just hang back a bit. First phase is done again. Switches arms, and we play as Cortex. Thankfully, we've got a world checkpoint crate, so we don't have to go for the entirety of N.Sanity again if we die. My strategy is just to constantly zigzag in and out. It works the best. At least I find it does. Like that. And now we got the final phase. And the Mecha Bandicoot shows up, okay. And he's defeated. Except I didn't even use the chainsaw, I just used the rockets.
Let's get out of here!
And that's it. That's Twinsanity. Oh, the door closed. And they found themselves at Evil Crash's home.
Oh boy! I love roast chicken! Well, this is one heck of an ending.
And they get eaten.
You know, Crash, for all these years I've been wrong about you. Your creation was a mistake, and your existence has been a constant reminder of that mistake. But I've learned something from all of this. I've learned that you can't run away from your mistakes, but you can bury them! I never want to see your ridiculous face again!
And the Psychotron breaks. Oh yeah, that was Nina's only line in the entire game. Yeah, I know. She's kind of mute for the entire game, but she makes that one little gasp. And now Cortex is inside Crash's head. And now he's just stuck in hell. And now it's Crash Twinsanity, a game I have lots of fond memories of. It's definitely up on the higher end of the Crash series, so... I couldn't tell you exactly where it ranks, but it ranks pretty high up there. Got a little medley. Can I skip the... I'm just gonna mute this real quick, just in case. Wait. Is that... They changed the music briefly, it's like, what? Is that... They're just playing a whole bunch of the music from the game, like, in sequential order, but it's not, like, in order. And they even have an unused track in there, used for a level set in Coco's mind, called Gone a Bit Coco. They couldn't come up with an original credits theme, they just made it a medley. Just having a look at my controller right now. So yeah, Crash Twinsanity is done with. However, I'm going to show off the extra content you get for 100%ing the game. Spiral Mouth composed the OST. I like you got like a background image of Crash, Cortex, Nina, and you got Evil Crash, Aku Aku, and the Evil Twins. But not Uka Uka. I do admit this game does have a kind of banger OST at times. Unskippable credits, am I right? Wouldn't have been possible without John Burton. So yeah, that was definitely an experience. I've never actually gotten all the gems in this game before. Crash Bandicoot will return. And we respawn ourselves back at the Iceberg Lab. Let's stand ourselves here. 100% completion! All 12 crystals, all 6 gems in the Iceberg Lab, but we've also got all of the gems in N.Sanity Isle, Jungle Bungle, Cavern Catastrophe, and Totem Hokum. All the gems in Iceberg Lab, Ice Climb, Slip Slide Ice Capades, and High Seas Hijinks. All the gems in Academy of Evil, Boiler Room Doom, Classroom Chaos, and Rooftop Rampage. And then all the gems in Twinsanity Island, Rockslide Rumble, Bandicoot Pursuit, and Antagony. In terms of what we get, we also get a 100% reward. I'll get to that in a minute. Blue gems. We got the boss galleries. Mecha Bandicoot. Another Mecha Bandicoot concept. Totem God. Another Totem God concept. Uka Uka with its ice form. Another one. Another Uka Uka concept. Engine. Some more engine art. Tropy and Brio. Tropy and Brio again, except Cortex is here for some reason. Dingodile. Dingodile again. Madame Amberly. Madame Amberly again, except it's with Cortex, Brio, and Engine as kids. And then finally we've got the Evil Twins' mech. And another one with the Evil Twins' mech. Clear Gems. We got some extra movies and stuff. The first one. I just realized I had the audio muted still for the capture device. Movie 2. Movie 3. Oh yeah, I accidentally spoiled what the final boss was. Because they, for some reason, put this as the clear gem movie of Cavern Catastrophe. And then another one. Has my game crashed? I think my game crashed. Hold on, let me just refresh. Shouldn't take too long. Just give me a minute. I didn't expect it to crash like that. No pun intended. I'll be back with this in a minute. Load game, please tell me it's saved. It did. We're good. The position of the screen changed to its correct position. Alright, so I did movie 4. Movie 5. Oh yeah, we got... The rest of them are just cutscenes. So I'll just leave that for now. Enemy galleries. Seagulls. Monkeys. Skunk. The worms. The Venus flytraps. And the bats. Papu Papu and the tribesmen. And then Farmer Ernest, who for some reason is classed as an enemy in this game. The shell crab. And the turtles. Rocket penguins. And the drones. The piranhas. And the sharks. Rusty walrus. And the rhino pirates. The bear, you know, the one that chases Cortex, and also the boar, the beetles, and the rats. I'm guessing this was supposed to be a concept for the hall monitor, and then another hall monitor. The Frankenstein bots. And the rat experiments. The toads. Or the Frankentoads. Giant robot janitors. The gargoyles. Wow, that one concept art goes so hard. And then the ants. The rocket ants. And the flamethrower ants. And then the drill ants and the guard dogs. Purple Gem gives us some more concept galleries. Cortex was supposed to break in to see Ripperoo, Pinstripe, Komodo Joe, Koala Kong, and Dingo Dial playing cards. Tiny was supposed to have a unique design in this game. Crash's design. Expression Test. Mecha Bandicoot. Oh, that's from when it was Crash Bandicoot Evolution, I believe. I think it was called Evolution. The first Dokamock section. Uka Uka's here for some reason. Despite the fact you don't run into him until you get to the Iceberg Lab. A picture of all the islands in the game. Or what would be all the islands in the game. The concept for the Totem God boss fight. And hey, there's Entrance! Alongside Brio, Engine, and Entropy. This is his one appearance in the entire game, by the way. He was supposed to be wearing that bandage over his eye after the whole evil crash encounter I mentioned last time. I think this is Ice Climb. And maybe also like a Roller Brawl section. Maybe also in Ice Climb. It might just be Cavern Catastrophe. Slipslide Ice Capades. At least Uka Uka being here makes sense. And then the last part of the Slipslide Ice Capades Roller Brawl section. Coming out of the chicken coop. And then Engine's Battleship. The Brio and Tropy boss fight concept. Some more concepts on board the battleship itself. I'm guessing this is the island, the boat that was going to be used to go from island to island. He was supposed to protect it from enemies or something. Coco on an ostrich for some reason. I'm guessing this is some sort of ostrich cave level. The interior of Cortex's airship. Rooftop Rampage concept art. Nina was supposed to ride on top of the bus? Oh, this must have been when you were supposed to go through the mind of Cortex, I think. Or maybe it's Twinsanity Island, because there's Evil Crash. Yeah, I think that might actually be Twinsanity Island. That's Rockslide Rumble. Nina looks like she's having the time of her life. And then that was also another good concept. It was going to be Evil Crash and Good Cortex. And Crash was supposed to knock some sense into Cortex. Cortex was supposed to go inside the Evil Crash house. Coco's here. She was supposed to have more involvement in this game besides from just getting paralyzed at, like, the halfway point. And then Nina was supposed to fight against Engine at some point. There was going to be some sort of section on the hoverboard. And then another one of young Cortex with Victor and Moritz. The red gem gives me extras for each, gives me the extras of the storyboards. Introductory cutscene. All the storyboards linked to that. Up until the fight against... Up until the fight against Cortex. You've got Dingo Dial, Koala Kong, and Pinstripe. They haven't fully realized all of these yet. Mecha Bandicoot was supposed to send Crash falling into cabin catastrophe alongside Cortex instead of Cortex's hoverboard malfunctioning. Cabin catastrophe. I just figured I'd show all this just because of the fact that the, you know... I'm basically done with the game now. Get the crystal. A virtual gaze or you'll go crystal crazy. Totem Hokum. Cortex showing the wildlife and the beauties of the island, leading into the first Dog Amok section. Crash has to escape. Iceberg Lab. Which is when he's trying to break into it. They're trying to get into it, but it won't work. Him trying to convince the penguins. Fish. Freeing Uka Uka. Then Aku Aku convincing Uka Uka. It looks so weird in the concept art when they have pupils. Ice Climb has concepts for the cutscene after Ice Climb. It's inside the lab. the masks were defeated, and yeah, this is supposed to be when Entropy was supposed to find out about the riches. Yeah. Kind of a weird thing to leave out the game. And again, this entire thing was rushed. Making the deal. Slipslide escapades, obviously, seeing the battleship in the distance. Crash spots the cake. He kicks it. With him jumping down after him and sliding down the mountain on him. Oh, turns out Dingodile was supposed to be enjoying a drink. Or a romantic dinner. Instead of reading a book. Oh yeah, Cortex was supposed to dress up as a maiden in this scene. Which Engine would fall for. And then he realizes it's Cortex. There's extended versions of these cutscenes, or some of the cutscenes, posted by Beta M, if you're interested. Crash was supposed to fall into the pot that Rusty Walrus is cooking his meal in. Except Crash manages to get out. And that's where the escape happens. Engine falls on top of the TNT. Crash runs into Tropy and Brio. And then Crash ends up back there. Cortex puts the crystals in. Coco shows up. Acrobatics! Kicks Cortex right into crystals, which then causes the machine to break. Coco gets petrified again. Same exact sort of cutscene in the original. He talks about Nina, and they make their way to the Academy of Evil. He opens the secret entrance to Boiler Room Doom. Oh, we just cut straight to the Dingodile fight, okay. I have no idea what you just said. It just primarily focuses on the Dingodile fight, or the cutscenes surrounding it. And that's how they get to Classroom Chaos. Cortex taking over from Crash, telling him to tie the airship to something secure. Him running into Nina, except it's a fake. The real one pops up behind the bed. They shake hands. Crushes Cortex's hand. And then he makes some adjustments to Nina's bionic arms, leading into Rooftop Rampage. The airship. Without it, we're stranded. Tied to something secure, I said. Hurry, Nina, or you'll miss the bus! Then the ants start showing up. Crash and Nina get away, but Cortex doesn't, and he runs into Madame Amberly. Except Cortex kind of finishes her off really quickly. Twinsanity Island. Nina manages to fix the machine. Cortex activates the Psychotron. And then he starts hugging Evil Crash, who then proceeds to take Nina and go. My daughter, or niece! And then Crash sees the cake again. He kicks it. Same exact thing as last time. Evil Crash is having a play date with Nina. I like that. I like that cutscene. And I like the storyboard here. Instead of Nina just being tied up outside doing nothing. Cortex offers for him to be offered up to him instead of Nina, and then he runs away. And then, oh yeah, this is actually where the other thing that was the major thing that was cut. Cortex reunites with Nina. They have a hug, except not really. Like, she squeezes him too hard. And then they hear somebody else in the distance, and it's actually Evil Coco. Yeah, it wasn't just going to be Evil Crash. There was going to be an Evil Coco as well. Which they kind of referenced in CTR Nitro Fueled, the Dark Coco outfit. They finally make it to the Evil Twins' volcano stronghold. Yeah, hey, there's N.Trance again. He was supposed to be with the gang. Except, Spyro's also here! So then the four doctors were about to get burnt by Spyro. And yeah, that's all the storyboards. Yellow Gem, we got some unseen galleries. Oh, this is from when the game was Crash Bandicoot Evolution, I think it was called. Right? Three-headed enemy. Some bugs. The Evil Twins. The Evil Twins again. More concepts, early models of the Evil Twins. Some little animals. Early concepts of the ants. A intelligent ant. The ant army. Some more ants. This was also from when it was Crash Bandicoot Evolution, I think. Some more art like that. Early box art for Crash Twinsanity. Crash was supposed to have a sword. Some fire-breathing box fly thing, kind of like a ghast in Minecraft. Interesting looking characters. Some more bat enemies. There was an elephant looking character, which was supposed to be using the Coco mind level. There's more art of Evil Coco. That's what she was supposed to look like. Don't know who that's supposed to be. Some sort of dinosaur or lizard. A bull. Some turtle, I think. A giant ant that Crash would have had to fight. Some more ants. Or ant variants. That's some sort of ant UFO. Some sort of... some people, I guess. Pigs. Some kind of plant monster thing. Platypus pirates, to go with the rhinos. I'm guessing that's some sort of scarecrows. A crocodile with a knife and fork. Some kind of lion, I think. A frog-looking thing. I think it's a frog anyway. An octopus. Flying squirrel. A teddy... looks like a Care Bear with a lollipop. A Care Bear and a car. This is from the Coco, Coco mind level. Gone a bit, Coco. Another turtle hermit. some tree creature, some flower lizard, evil twins again, and then finally, whatever this is supposed to be, another scarecrow concept, and another satyr, I think? But then we've got the 100% reward which we get for completing the entirety of the game, 100% completion, all the gems. What do we get? Crash performing the Hadouken. Crash pulling out a sword. Now I know what you're thinking. That was underwhelming, right? Well, there was supposed to be more. At least in the American version of the game, there's actually a full-on cutscene available in like a trust bonding session between Crash and Cortex. I don't know why it was cut in the PAL version, which is what I'm playing.
What have I got?
But yeah, we're basically done here. So yeah, we're done with Crash Twinsanity. Join me next week when we tackle Spyro: A Hero's Tale, the last Spyro game in the marathon. See you guys then.